All right, welcome back to another drawing tutorial, and today I want to talk about high energy poses. If you've ever taken a figure drawing class before, you'll know that figure drawing requires a lot of thinking, plate spinning. You got to think about things like anatomy, perspective foreshortening, your proportions, the rendering and details of the figure. There's a lot. Today I'm going to focus on two specific aspects though, for this high energy distillation. We're going to focus on angles and exaggeration specifically. So are you ready? All right, let's roll. For today's video, I'm going to make use of a reference image I found online. When you're taking a figure drawing class, they almost always entail a live model, which is honestly preferable to photos because the model is there for a finite duration in each pose, and then the micro movements that they and you will make are very beneficial. Photos can suffice, but with limited use, they're static, they're locked in, and more than anything, they're 2D versus 3D. But since I can't get a live model, I've got this guy. Let's fade him down a little bit. I'm going to identify some different things here, the line of action, and I'm also just kind of laying out the different diagonals that I'm catching within this pose, just as sort of a warm up to what we're going to do with the actual drawing. But before we really go anywhere with it, let's try something real quick. Let's trace this guy. You see I'm doing a little bit of a contour line around him, and I've got a decent representation of our guy, and I'm going to ask how this looks to you. Does this feel high energy, low energy, dynamic, flat? Tracing often results in drawings that are flat, loose, or degraded in their overall dynamics. So let's see if we can't do a little better, huh? So I'm framing in our guy again, but rather than tracing the contour this time, I'm going to focus on the internal shapes and energies that I detect. See, I'm just basically putting a stick figure over him. I'm working very general to specific here. So you can see I'm adding some contour lines, but only after I've identified the angles and the shapes. So let's put him up top and let's compare him with the tracery that I just made. Right away, you can see I have a bit more visual information in terms of the shapes and the kinetics going on there. But are either of these high energy? Let's try something else. Focusing specifically on angles and exaggeration, I am going to push this pose. And you see how I'm laying it in the same kinds of shapes that I used in the previous drawing, but I've moved the leg up. I've given him a stronger diagonal tilt. So when we lay this over, you can see that he's got a little bit more forward energy going on. And compared with the other two, I've got a bit more of a dynamic pose going on. This has been criminally brief, but to recap, figure drawing requires a lot of thinking and analysis in process. While photos are not as good as a live model, they make a great framework for practice. And in your practice, focus on angles, diagonals, exaggeration, and we'll see you next time.